my side. I made my own clouds, fueled by my pride. The ship falls away, night turns to day. Remember why? Fire consumes, ashes remain. Cannot breathe, cannot see, cannot breathe, cannot breathe, cannot see, cannot breathe. To go to bed. Cannot breathe. To go to bed. Cannot see. To go to bed. Cannot look in between. I cannot breathe. I can't see. I can't look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur det går iväg. Jag kan inte andas när jag ser hur det går iväg. Går iväg. I cannot breathe. Jag cannot see. Inte cannot breathe. Andas. När jag cannot breathe. Jag cannot see. Inte cannot breathe. Du går iväg. Cannot see. Du går iväg. Horizon's too high, it's dark on my side. I made my own clouds, fueled by my pride. The ship falls away, night turns to day. Remember why? Fire consumes, ashes remain.
Alright, what up everybody?
Yo.
Let's turn off the music.
We're back.
Welcome to Monday night live, the Spick Span show. Your host Spick and Span. I almost actually looking at the thing. I almost called you Span and me Spick. We've got a great, epic, amazing show for you guys today. Thank you all for joining us again. Hope the audio is good. I hope that intro, that transition seemed like it was pretty smooth and seamless on our end. So we hope that you guys are stoked for it. Let's get you. I see. We want another air horn. It's coming. It's coming as soon as I get this keyboard hooked up. Yeah. Hey, listen. Can you guys do me a favor? Give me a little thumbs up or a yes or something if the air horn is the perfect sound, if it's at the perfect audio level. I was told by a couple of people that it was blowing out their eardrums. I have lowered the volume a little bit, but I don't want to just dilute the excitement that the air horn brings. You know what I mean? I want it to bring it. Also, we are looking for a couple of possibly new sound effects to add to the show. I was looking for a rocket launch today because we are going to the moon with the Dogecoin or Dogecoin or whatever you're talking about. If you guys all know, you know.
Mm-hmm. Doge-themed
Yeah.
episode.
Doge theme.
You made the little
Yeah, we've
emoji.
got a Doge emoji.
Hey, that's sweet. I might need to sign up for a membership now so I can use
Just so
these.
you can use that. You
Yeah.
should be wearing your Dogecoin hat.
I should.
But he did get a haircut for the first time since
I've been wearing
this year.
a hat for like 3 weeks straight, and I only have 2 hats.
This guy thought still everything was shut down.
Yeah.
I
Getting the
only have
haircut
2
was a
hats.
mess. We had a lot of
Yeah,
funny...
actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exciting. If you guys are Dogecoin owners, Marcelo is a proud, very proud, loud and proud Dogecoin owner. So we practiced Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Marcelo practiced a combined amount of half of each day between him looking at his Dogecoin and pretending to be injured while looking at his Dogecoin. So he was on it all week. All weekend. So we're going to get a little bit into practice and whatnot. We're trying to line up our special guest as well. We're working on somebody. If I give you the geographical location of where they might live, I feel like you're going to guess it right away. So, because there's only one person that anybody really want to talk to over there, you know? We're going to talk to you guys a little bit about upcoming clinics that we have, events that we have booked. Kyle and I are going to one relatively soon out on the East Coast.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. We've got the field maps up ready because we're going to go over some game plans for you guys regarding the or game plans, just kind of like some general ideas and themes because we don't want to take away from the BKI drop. Also, just released, if you guys are super mega support status members, you might already actually be wearing your Spick and Span shirt right now.
Yeah.
It's got the Spick and Span on the front. And it's got the Alex Fragi design logo of the 2 cartoon characters of the 2 of us on the back.
And there's another one coming out, right?
There is something new coming also.
Yeah.
There is something new coming.
Those look good.
As well.
Yeah.
So we've got a bunch of cool stuff, merch and things like that are being planned. We're getting everything together. We're using the super mega support status members as the sample guest size. So hell yeah, thanks a lot, Jacob Cardiff. William Aguilar, you guys are... Hi, Sloan. Oh, thank you. She's giving us the sunscreen right now because she sees how bright it is right there. She wants to make sure we don't get sunburnt.
It's okay. We'll see you in a little bit.
She's on the move right now. So... Awesome. Loyal Blue Fox, thank you so much. Yeah, you should have gotten yours as well. So a couple of you guys who pre-ordered your shirts... You guys should have gotten those as well as the Mega Support Status members. And we are creating a little shopping site for you guys. Sorry, Sloan. Bye-bye. Night-night. We are creating a little store merch perk area, so you guys can also get a hold of those. And I do have a couple extras. We're actually going to give away one on the show today. That'll be today's giveaways.
Sweet.
As everybody knows, we do give away things on the show every week. And... Angela Castillo.
We put these in the mail and they came back.
Yeah, I don't know
why.
Look at them. So,
Maybe
Angela...
you forgot to put a stamp on it.
That's what it is. I forgot the stamp. That's why they came right back to us.
Yeah.
Mike
Urena?
Mike Urena, you won? No, that'd be... Alex Fragi is a supporter of the show, though.
He is.
He's a member. And Eric Goff, if you guys, I'm sure it's Grayson Goff, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure Grayson.
Yeah.
Give us your addresses so you can get your cool little prizes from last week. For those of you guys who want to become members and support the show, support the 2 of us, click the little join button down below. There are 3 levels, and yeah, it's pretty descriptive as well as far as that. So
I saw the NXL. I tagged the NXL in our little story for today's show, and they reposted it.
Oh, there we go.
Cool.
Shout out to the NXL. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting support from them, even though they didn't want to give us the layout early. Don't know why they didn't want to do that. So actually, Kyle just flew in today, and this is the first time we've really gotten to talk, and I'm eager to hear how the layout went with you guys because we play next weekend, so I want to know what to watch out for.
Yeah.
So, how'd the layout go for you?
So for us, I mean, we really tried everything, and we played Damage this weekend as well as Mutiny, who plays semi-pro, and the field played. There wasn't like one set way it was played. Like a lot of these fields, they end up playing slow or they end up just solely playing fast, especially like the first weekend of practice, and it was playing it had all three elements, like the mid, the slow game, the fast game, tons of shots off the break, or people not getting every shot off the break. But there's a lot of elements to the field. I thought that the middle has so much creativity and so many different avenues to play through that it's still being figured out, and we probably won't we'll be figuring it out until Sunday of the tournament.
Especially in the center.
Kind of relates going back to that World Cup. You in the middle, I think that people were playing like that, but then you finally showed how it was exactly figured out. And Dorito side is fast too. And then the snake, it was obviously it's a little bit more difficult over there, but if you were able to capitalize and quickly get in there unseen, you could win the game.
Yeah, well, and that was the thing about the snake side is it looks on paper when you look at it, you're like, oh, this thing's super dominant. But obviously, if you can get in there and there's no one there, you crawl straight down to the other side. Yeah. And it's actually pretty easy. That we would talk about the containment thing a lot on the show, and just kind of that's one of the big pieces of the puzzle that separates a pretty high quality divisional player or team rather, because it's not a player thing, from the next rank, from winning the actual division that you're in.
Yeah,
it's being able to get that first kill and then containing the team on the other side.
Sure.
Or on this field specifically, is if a team makes it out wide, you don't, and the other team doesn't. Don't let that guy fill out from that can on the snake side out.
Oh yeah, I would.
And it's so easy to wrap because of those two towers on that snake side that can, you can't even see anything, and you just keep constantly just shooting and shooting and shooting through that lane. It's so hard to get by.
I mean, there was a point, and it wasn't even against damage, it was against mutiny. I went to the snake off the break, crawled right to their snake 2 because I saw the guy wasn't in the corner. Came up in the snake 2, shot 2 people, and then shot the guy coming to bunker me.
Right.
And we had lost because we lost some other bodies, and we let that guy fill out to the corner, snake corner, all the way from the middle, and so it's it is pretty wild. But did you play the snake side much?
No, and that was the thing is I wanted to, and I was like, hey, I should be playing the snake side a little bit because I was filling in. Blake's injured right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a knee issue.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
He's gonna play next weekend, so this is how it's always been. I just play around the field, and then Sunday at the second half of Sunday, the weekend before the event is where I'm kind of told where I'm going to play. Or the night before the event. They're like, oh, you haven't played up here. You should go there.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to play the center at World Cup until Alex offered $10 a bunkering, a kill.
Yeah.
And then I bunkered through you guys, and then I was like, I guess I'm playing this spot. Or every other event, I never play some of the spots. So I played mainly on that Dorito side with Tyler.
Okay.
So Tyler and I kind of were the 1-2 punch over there.
Did you look here?
I went out to the corner one time and just dominated. It was
epic. You guys maybe that played it. It's going to be hard to get out there.
Yes.
Regardless. But the corner is the ultimate quarter. You can see the entire field. If you shoot the other team's snake person off the break, it's it's a really, really great position where you end up, telling everyone what's going on, dictating the game, and feeding all the information. You can, the way it's set up is you can hide from a lot of people in different spots, and you can really see all the action going down from the corner, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, I played out there I went out there one time.
Yeah.
I went out there one time. I was like, hey, Blake, I should play over here a little bit. So I went out there and played behind Arturo, I think.
Okay.
And, Arturo, we got him into the snake, and then I filled out to the corner. I was just like, whoa, this is great back here. And we ended up winning that point. And just to answer Nick Sloviak's question, I guess, Nick, so Nick actually...
Yeah, we can answer both of that for both of our teams.
Yeah. Nick actually had surgery on his gallbladder, I guess, last week, and has staples in his stomach, and was still playing. We're like, dude, stop playing, you know? And then he took Sunday off because he was a little injured, or he wasn't feeling right, and thankfully he took the time off because it was just he looked like he was about to explode,
jeez,
But so he can, I think, attest to this. But Alex Frazier played the best.
Really?
Oh, 5 packs.
Dude,
he got multiple 5 packs.
That's so funny because there's something relative about that
with
our team too.
And
we'll
get to that.
Yeah.
So the center, because everybody's like, dude, Greenspan, this is the center for you, and I go, dude, the center's not my spot. The center on the World Cup layout wasn't as chaotic.
Yes.
It was super cut and dry. You're looking left or you're looking right, and then from there
you
can make a reaction off of that.
Yeah.
This center is you're either in this one, or this one, And I guess were there cracks and holes in the in this little mini, like there's like
Well,
little
how you
cracks and
can
holes
play
right here.
if like someone busts you
no,
on the
if
side.
someone shoots at you through this, the paintballs go right through it.
Yeah. But we saw a lot from our practice. People would be playing the outside, and then if they put you in and went, the person would come to that
To the inside thing, yes.
And also too, it's really hard to, if I'm an outside guy trying to put that guy in, if he's in that little tiny crack.
Yeah, it was really hard to put him in because he just like has a little
yeah,
thing. He's just putting his barrel through there. So this is why Alex, you know how Alex plays.
Yes,
he doesn't wait. He doesn't think it out. He already knows what to do. And he's not. Let's hold. Let's play a slow game.
Yeah.
Let's sit in the back corner and hold this spot out.
Yeah.
As you remember from him yelling at us at our last practice, going, "Why won't somebody bunker those guys?
Yeah.
Just go up there and bunker them."
Yeah.
So you know Alex is coming.
Yeah.
And it paid off. Like anytime there's a guy in the center, Alex is like, "I'm just gonna go get him off the field."
Yes. Yeah.
And for a lot of you guys who are playing middle spots, like when a middle player dies, so you go up there and get the other guy off the field, it frees up the rest of the team. So as long as we know what your mentality is, what Alex's mentality is, when we call out there's a guy in this spot, that spot, or the other one, he's going to go get you, and we're going to be able to move quickly right off of it. So we're going to take that first bite and hopefully capitalize on it really quickly right afterwards. And what it comes down to in the middle is you got to have some serious cojones on you, and you can't be scared.
Yeah.
And you just got to go with your instinct. Don't second guess yourself.
Yeah.
If you're like, I'm going to go bunker that guy, don't go, well, maybe.
Or try to finesse him out.
Just go hammer this guy out, right? And get the kill, get the body off the field. You're going to take lumps.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, Alex and Nick Sloviak were in a one-on-one on one of the games. Like it was a 2-on-1. Alex shot somebody, and then Nick and him were playing a one-on-one, and Nick like caught Alex with his pants down and and shot him one time, and Alex was like, "Come on, man, don't shoot me once. That's humiliating, like at least light me up, When you shoot me once, you're like, ha, got you, like." So Alex was kind of saying that, and then LJ Parrish went in the middle and bunkered him one time and just put it on him.
Really?
Put it on him hard, and Alex is like, "Oh, that's what I'm talking about." And LJ's like, "See, you told me that's what you wanted." And at the very end of the day, Alex bunkered LJ, or LJ was going to bunker Alex in stake one, and Alex heard him coming, came over the top, and just walked him off the field. LJ fell on the ground, and he's like, "That was for the last time." And LJ was like, "You got me in the funny bone." It was like it was like really funny, like where if you saw that happen, you're like, "Oh, these guys are gonna fight."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys, but they were both like.
Laughed about it,
had a good time. So our Ironman practice went really well.
That's awesome.
And Alex played incredibly well. He got, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 5-packs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. So,
A-Rod, he's coming for you. So,
but to jump, on that for our team, what was really cool to see, because, as you guys know, Alex hasn't been playing as much. And then for our team, I would say it was probably J-Rab, and J-Rab hasn't played as much, right? J-Rab is pretty notorious for being a pretty lethal player on the field, so
no matter what.
But he just like picked it back up right away, like insane. Looks extremely comfortable pulling off, down body situation like a higher percentage of the time than most, like 3-on-2s, 60% in his favor. Just like that was his space, more comfortable being playing, everywhere, snake side, Dorito side, up the middle, and really just handling extremely well. And then, it was a tough one between that with Brandon Cornell.
Was it? Yeah, I bet he played really good on that Dorito side.
Alex, I don't want to blow his head up too much, but Nick and I were the only 2 guys that flew out today. Everyone flew out Sunday, and we were talking about it, and I'm like, we're like, dude, Brandon's getting so good, and Nick's like, Brandon's the best one on the team.
Yeah.
Like for consistency wise, like,
I can easily see that.
And his 1-on-1 percentage, Nick made a good reference. He's like, if you flip 2 coins, if one of them lands on head, that means Brandon's gonna win. Like, he's just such
that's actually good. That's a good analogy.
Yeah, but he played extremely well.
Yeah, I can see that easily.
Yeah.
I can see him being the guy. And the great thing is he's that offensive weapon for you guys, right?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. We also JC is going to play the event. He didn't
Oh,
come.
he is?
He didn't come this weekend, but he will be at next weekend's
Oh,
practice.
cool.
Yeah. So we kind of have like almost 2 people for every spot now, full squad. Which we were lacking at World Cup, so it'll be good to see. But I mean, did any of you guys also have questions about the layout too? Maybe we could help go over anything. We have some laminated sheets here too. Even we can break anything down if you want.
Well, the one thing, and this is something that the Ironmen they were running out to that snake corner, and we didn't have. HK says that I put the paint order in late, but I'm pretty sure that they should know that we had practice 2 weekends before. So anyway, we got the level 2 paint, which was a little bouncy because it was super hot. So it's still kind of like the winter formula. I shot super straight, and everything else was really good about it, except it was just a little bouncy. So we were bouncing that guy going to the corner quite a bit out there, but we were shooting that guy quite often.
Yeah.
But they kept running out there. And so for me, and this is something for a lot of you guys, is it's really important to be honest with yourselves and with the team. Is like, hey, if you're getting bounced multiple times going out to a position, you need to make sure you let your coach know, especially in practice. Like, this spot is probably not makeable, so we should start to come up with game plans that do not involve this corner. And that's one thing, Nick, that you guys were doing consistently, was running out to that corner, and I was watching your guys check themselves every single time or get shot, but you guys kept running the same play. And what that kind of does is it gives you a false sense of hope and security, and then on top of that, you're not really benefiting from it, because when you get to the tournament, if that guy gets shot a lot, then you don't really have a plan B, because that was pretty much, I would say 80% of the plays that they did were running out to that corner.
Yeah.
And then they just kept running it.
I mean, that was the kind of the, our same situation. And we also wanted to simulate too, play a little bit more of a heavy pocket game too as well to test it. But in practice, if no one, everyone's still trying to figure out the shots, and we'll probably see it more on ours where people are respecting it a little bit more. But it's tough to practice a team too when they're just going to run outside every time and not simulate what it is in a tournament, and then play on the field, playing a pocket on this field against a team that's able to make a wide is extremely hard. So, it's a little bit tougher to do. I'm sure we'll be able to simulate more
of it,
on our practice, but it's definitely a little bit more difficult if the team is out wide. So, but both the God bunker and that snake corner bunker and running the snake as well, like they're all going to be, and the Dorito side, they're all going to be difficult. The shots are going to be there. So it'll be interesting. I think the field is going to change immensely from the prelims to what you see on Sunday.
And we were asked about some bounce shots and then kind of what's happening up in the middle. So bounce shots, there was a really good one, or a handful of really good ones, if you make it out wide to the snake corner off of that. Oh, I got to go over this one. I can't wait for this. This is even the next question before we call our guest, but or the next topic. But what normally most everybody in the world of paintball knows as the God, formerly God, RIP, to the God bunker. But if you go out to that corner and you shoot that small temple on the snake side, it bounces straight into that can on the snake side.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty dominant bounce shot right there.
And I'm drawing them up here for you guys.
And then also on the same thing, kind of on that other side where that tall cake is on the Dorito side, if you bounce it off the Dorito 3, which in succession is that Dorito right before the 50, it goes straight into the Dorito 2 right behind it.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty good bounce shot. And then there were a handful of them off of the little cakes and things like that, a couple cross-field bounce shots. There's actually a good amount of bounce shots. And if you guys are wondering about how we find these bounce shots, it's basically simple geometry, but it's a lot of process of elimination, right?
Yes,
if you see something, just ask your most willing teammate to go over there and cover their forehead and just go sit in the bunker and just shoot it from different angles until it bounces in there, and then you're like yes or no, and then have that person watch where it's coming in or out of, and then have them adjust your gun accordingly, or just be like, no, that's not going to work. But we find those bounce shots not because we just look at a layout and go, oh, there's the bounce shot.
Yeah, just by repetition.
Yeah, repetition. We go, hey, this one looks like it might work because I'm looking at an angle. If you shoot, it's like playing pool, where if you look like you hit it there and it bounces that way, then that's kind of what you're looking at. So that's kind of what we're looking for, is we just see something that might work and then we just test it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Much like a game plan. This might work. The only way to check it out is to actually test it out. So yeah, that's kind of where we come up with the bounce shots. And then I believe Jay Stu, you were asking about playing up the middle. There were a lot of ways to get up there. Running straight up the middle wasn't that it was dangerous as much as it's like it kind of hinders the shots out of the back center. A lot of times a breakout would have two guys shooting from the back center. I think that was a pretty common breakout for a lot of teams. And what we saw was if you're doing two guys in the back center, stacked shooting each way, and one guy has to run underneath them, it kind of throws off the shot slightly. And it's a little dangerous running straight to that tower, but it's definitely makeable if you run in there and dive in. And then both the God Bunker and the Dorito 1, those guys can look inside and kind of shut down the secondary move. So it becomes a little bit difficult to kind of make it down that side of the field or up the middle on a secondary, but you can definitely make it. As far as running straight up to the wings on either side, that's super dangerous.
Yeah.
Because that's you're running straight exactly where that back center guy shoots, and he can see you going up there. We did it a couple of times, but I definitely didn't like it very much. I was more of a fan of that secondary move.
I'm drawing a lot of so I'm drawing two shots here. One is like the bounce shots that are really good from the back spots, and then doing a lot of bounce shots here just for you front guys that will help you on this field. Just to go over those back shots as well, like some of the more notable ones. There's a ton on the snake side. So from all three of those bunkers drawn in those black lines, there's lots of shots over. It's just the bunker that is right before it. There's most of all those three spots over there, from the snake to that Aztec, the God bunker, and then from the God into that secondary can. There's tons. Anywhere you can basically see the edge, you can shoot it into that bunker that precedes it before. And you just got to go. You have to look at it. And I don't know if you guys felt like this too. There's shots all over from the snake 1, the beam, the snake 2 for it to go into the God.
Yeah, all three of those. They're tough.
Yeah,
they work.
They don't work as well
because the beam is so low that it doesn't really. Paintballs rarely bounce upward right there, so it's kind of tough to hit those snake beams and have it bounce directly in. But yeah, those are there.
Yeah, and then so for my front guys. One thing I'm always looking for, and this is anytime I step on the field, and before I even, if we go out the first day, Saturday, we start playing, we haven't even tested any bounce shots, this is the stuff I'm always looking for as a front guy. So as you go to every one of these bunkers, and you're on the outside of these spots, and you want to go to the next spot, but you know that there's someone in a inside area that's holding you from going, if you're able to roll off a little bit so that player can't shoot you and shoot a spot that looks like it might be angled in to ricochet those paintballs off the spot, just shoot it. You're constantly keeping paint in the air, you're making that guy feel uncomfortable, and he's worried about it. Now you have to go back and test these out to see if they work, obviously, but those are always really good shots because one, either you might be able to, it's a really successful bounce shot, you're going to shoot that guy, or two, you're going to make that guy have to worry about it, and that's your chance to make a move right off of that. So you rip the bunker, and then instantly you're kind of gambling that, say Ryan's in the middle, and I'm playing the Dorito 2, and I want to go to the Dorito 3. I know he's waiting on me. If I know that shot's good, I might rip it with like 15 balls, and as soon as those balls hit and go towards Ryan, I know Ryan might have to look at the shot to respect it, and he goes, oh, is he hitting that shot? or those paintballs coming close to me, and at that point, that's my chance to risk it. And it's all dependent on, you know, how the points breaking down. If they're up, Dynasty's up points, and I need to try to go, I'm gonna take that risk. I'm gonna shoot that shot. Hopefully, it makes Ryan flinch, and I'm gonna dive as hard as I can into that next spot, because Ryan's still gonna be there shooting it, but I don't think I'm reducing his opportunity to shoot me, his higher percentage chance. And then this is something I also saw. If you see those two lines towards the back into the cans, from that 50 brick, if the snake can was holding you from going to the next Dorito, you could shoot the back center, and vice versa. If the back center was holding me, I could shoot the can closest to it and put pressure on that guy. And regardless if that player is just holding it, I'm just gonna sit there, because most likely when you're in this position, you're close to winning the game anyways. So, but at least you're in the game. You're not just sitting there like saying the guy's holding me in, and then he's going to sit there and hold you, and he's going to be able to make a move. You constantly want to have pressure on that guy. And same thing, like I drew one from that 50 Dorito into that small outside Dorito that would go into the Dorito 1. If that Dorito 1 guy is just waiting and holding, and he's not going to let you around that bunker, if you're there and you want to do something, rip that Dorito, that little small outside Dorito, and maybe some paint goes into that Dorito 1. And I drew this up without even I didn't play the Dorito side at all this weekend. It's just something we're always looking for. And there's a ton more on this field, you know? Like these pins this pin on the snake side, depending on where you are all along through the back, if I'm in the snake and Ryan knows I'm in like the snake 3, snake 4 area, you better believe he's shooting this tall lion temple, this pin, everything. There was one point, actually, it's kind of funny. I was in their snake, or like the 50 snake, and I was looking inside, and someone wasn't even trying to shoot the bounce shot. A ball randomly hit the pin and went straight into my neck, in my Adam's apple, bounced off, and I was like, oh, sitting there. I looked inside, like, did this break? And he's like, no. I'm like,
I wish it did.
Yeah, I'm like sitting there for a second. But those shots are gonna present themselves to you guys always. You should always be looking for this, and they're going to be really helpful to you, especially the front guys, throughout your career. And keep doing that.
Yeah. So I actually and then, you know, what I realized is in those like stagnant games, it was like it's like a 4-on-4 or something along those lines, where it's like really slow and everybody's kind of like, oh, what should I do? That's like, this field is it's just so important that you connect with the guy next to you.
Oh yeah.
And just be like, hey, we gotta do something. If you're thinking about making a move, or you're thinking about doing something, then you want to make sure you incorporate the guy next to you in order to get them involved. And that's like really, really prevalent. If it's a 5-on-5 and everybody's kind of like doing the game, then just let the game unfold. It's one after like a minute, or one of those points where you're like, it's like kind of a longer point.
Yeah.
And it's 4-on-4, and each team is kind of trying not to make a mistake.
Sure.
That's the point in time when you need to get with the guy next to you and be like, okay, look, let's figure this out before they do. And usually it's going to come through the middle.
Yes.
Like on those longer points, somebody's going to make it happen down the middle.
Sure.
So that's kind of where we found it, and it's the working together. You know, we talked about like the containment thing, especially on that snake side. It's hard to contain the Dorito side,
yes,
I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's really easy to contain that snake side if you shoot that guy. So keep that in mind. Like really, really focus on containing that guy on that outside.
Yes. And honestly, you know, something else. Well, I'll bring up this whole concept with, you know, this next thing I was going to talk about. This is just really hard to get this marker off for some reason.
Sure these are dry erase?
Yeah, it says dry erase. You know, one thing that I noticed that Damage was doing, and I think maybe they probably thought, you know, they didn't really ever realize it, but I think they were trying something new that breaks the standard rules of like paintball, you know, how fundamentals, no matter what the layout is, as far as spreading the field when you're down bodies.
Let's hear it.
They were if they lost 2 bodies on their side, they were swinging that third back body with the other 2.
I like that.
Yeah,
I actually
they weren't usually winning, but they were experimenting with it.
Yes, I like that. And actually on this field in particular, I think that works. And that's just something that I like plugging a hole. And this is a great example of some of our drills, like the caddy corner drill on BKI, or like the 3-on-3 random positions drill, or even the 3-on-3 island drill.
Yeah.
Is it kind of shows you what side of the field is the stronger side to win it down. Like if you did the island drill on this field layout in particular, you'd realize that Dorito side is where you're going to come down.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And that kind of shows that if you lose a side, and we call it like an earthquake or something like that, in the whole, we actually used to call it Moorhead, remember? Because Brian Moorhead would kind of like come down. You want to like attack it down that side, so you lose fast rather than like, or you win fast or lose fast rather than like delaying it.
Yeah.
And it puts a lot of pressure on your coach. If you're kind of like really trying to hold off this impending offense, your coach is like, should I blow it? Are these guys going to do something? But if you force that hand and you like, all right, look, we're just going to overwhelm them on this one side, and I think the Dorito side is a little easier to do it on this field. And because of the nature of that, how that snake is, like, and all those center bunkers, like, you can get into our snake and still not see some of the guys on that side of the field. And especially if you own that Dorito side, you can be wrapping around, and you guys can be in our snake going, I can't shoot anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, and then you can have some guys hiding on like their side of that center contraption, that center structure.
And it made it more difficult for me to, because typically if we blow out a side and I come down to your snake, I might be able to get a shot on those Dorito guys, but usually they're playing on the outside. They're looking to go forward. So typically the first guy that I will eliminate is that guy that's right in front of me in the can. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes he's crossed up with one of those Dorito players. So he's showing me his back, and I might just go give my body away to get him off the field and then clear it out. And now it's a 4-on-2, and we have the entire field. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Or that guy's just facing me, and he's putting his back to our Dorito guys that are coming down the field. Mm-hmm. But what I notice a lot, so typically, let's just say that this is the shakeout after the break, and a team loses their whole snake side over here, both players, and what you have is your Dorito 2-player guys are left. You have one guy in the front and an insert spot, and then this guy might be the lone guy over on the snake side, and instead of trying to fill out to the corner or fill into the god to spread the field, Damage was a lot of time going over and following up their other guy. Yeah, and what that takes some discipline, knowing that if you're Blake or Tyler or Brandon Cornell or JC, and we've lost the snake side, guys on this field, if you lose a side, and this is no secret right now, it's like you have to try to win the game on the side that you have your up body advantage. Mm-hmm. And that front player needs to know that they have to try to go. Okay. Otherwise, when you come with that third body, like if you go over, say it's Blake and then Marcelo behind him, and you leave the snake side to come with them, they're gonna be Blake just is sitting there and not going. Yeah. You just already you're putting yourself in a difficult situation. And then, the theory in that is that Ryan spreads himself farther away from, me maybe in your snake, and you're trying to blow through the Dorito side, and then you could turn the field and go around. And Ryan's creating some space between him and I so that he can play me a little bit more efficiently without it being as dangerous for him. Mm-hmm. So that was, kind of one thing to think about. I know that for you guys, in divisionals, that might take a little bit more going over and practicing with each other. I would probably stick to trying to spread the field and make sure you don't put yourself in. But try it out. Yeah, but try it out. Yeah. Try forcing that hand. Real quick, thank you to Nick and Jeff Santos. All right, we're about to make a phone call here. We're about to phone a friend here. We can get the other one too if we want. Well, I was thinking next week after we practice each other. Because he's driving. Yeah. We don't want to be responsible for that. Yeah. He's driving around in a big pickup truck. He's got the thing dangling. Yeah. We don't want to be talking. We don't want to be supporting FaceTiming on the Spick Span show while driving. We wanted to get Dave on here. Dave Baines. With Alex. So my coach with Alex. But I guess we'll save that for next week. We'll save that for next week. That'll be next week's after we practice each other. That way Dave can watch Alex play. Yeah. And kind of boost him up a little bit. But our other guest is also equally as funny. Yeah, really quickly, but equally as funny. That's for sure. Before we pick on our next guest,
And I want you guys to go ahead and throw in the comment section who you guys think our next guest is. I'll give you a little hint. He's from the East Coast. I heard that he signed up for our Boston Paintball Clinic on Friday, May 7th. So if you guys also are looking on the East Coast to get some FaceTime with Kyle and I and get in a little Friday, May 7th at Boston Paintball.
We'll be out there.
We'll be out there. I will be at Annandale Paintball in Minnesota on May 15th and 16th. I'll be with the Bro Army crew June 5th and 6th. Christian Martinez played incredibly well.
Did he?
Oh, yeah, big time.
And he played great at World Cup.
On
Sunday,
on
which
Sunday.
is hard to do.
Yes, he played really well. Then the summer camp, July 22nd to the 24th. I'll also be at Long Live Paintball 4th of July weekend.
Okay.
So that'll be pretty fun. So, guys, go ahead and drop in the comment section. I'm going to get him on the horn right now. We're going to put him in the box. Go ahead and drop a comment. Also, hit the like button, everybody, really quick, please.
Let's fix the light here.
Let's fix the lighting. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Before we put him on really quickly, just from his...
don't say anything. Don't give away your
No.
voice.
We want him to talk a little bit
Okay.
so they can hear your voice. We're having everybody on the show guess who our guest is on the show. So he looks like an Italian meatball sub that you could get at Subway sandwiches.
But plays like a Ninja Turtle.
But plays like a Ninja Turtle. He sent me a picture of him bunkering a D3 player, but jumping in the air. Does anybody have a guess? Fort Key, Weberton, you guys are right. We got our man Harris on the show. There he is.
On the shrink ray.
Well,
This is the shrunken head.
Guys.
This is the
This is
shrunken
what I
head
look
cam.
like?
That's what you look like, I know, right?
Damn, I'm really good looking. Oh my god. If there was 5 of me,
If there were only 5 of you, I
mean-
know. I feel the same way sometimes.
we would. If there was 5 of me, I'd probably have almost as many championship wins as Dynasty.
Almost, yeah. Almost is relative. Almost is very relative. That's absolutely right. So, a couple things. First of all, did you get registered for our clinic on Friday, May 7th? Are you going to be there?
I was going to come and register myself, but honestly, I realized that I had to actually take a crap, so I got better things to do.
Yeah.
A pre-planned, a scheduled poop.
So you gotta get the whole squad. So we will have a private session. So you guys and that D4 team that you bunkered in the 3-man.
That was a semi-pro player, by the way. Okay.
What kind of car are you driving there? It looks nice. You got 2 sunroofs.
Yeah.
It's poor man's life. Poor man's life around here, though. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to make it from A to B, baby.
A to B just gets me from A to B. So really quickly, we don't really condone driving and FaceTiming at the same time, but you're gonna do that at your own risk. So.
Nope. If something happens to me, I'm still in Dynasty. Hope you guys got insurance.
We do actually. So we got a bunch of fans here. Everybody watching. And they might have some questions for you guys. We're glitching a little bit here, possibly because you're too good looking.
It's messing up the feed.
And you're messing up the feed quite a bit. But real quick, what are your thoughts on the layout? What's new? You guys, I heard, don't have a full roster. Is that correct?
No, we're gonna have everybody. We picked up Jerry Caro, Greg Horostic.
Oh, that's right.
And CJ Cantor, so we'll have everybody unless somebody ends up, getting injured, knock on wood. Shouldn't be me, even if it is, I'll be out there in crutches. No, everything, from our team perspective, we're at full strength, and we've been actually we played Revel this weekend, and that was just you know how that goes.
Yeah, because you guys are like, you have like a brotherly rivalry.
That's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? And where, you guys are probably with the Iron Man, I would probably guess, are your rivals, right? Like, 'cause you guys so close to each other?
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it a rivalry as much as, like, we don't even really, we're cool with everybody. We've been around for so long. We're so old that we don't really have,
I mean, let's just call it what it is. You're cool with Ben Franklin, dude. So,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
how old you are.
That's our rivalry. Ben Franklin. Yeah, Thomas Edison, those guys.
I think ours will be X Factor, but we don't play him anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's a real rivalry.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys got the bracket of death, Spick. Holy cow.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
I mean, so do you guys. Every event.
Wow.
You did beat the Russians though on that event that you did not think you were gonna beat them. So I would.
Yeah, that's right, Greenspan. Suck it.
I did want to ask though, when you guys this last weekend, did you play against that kid Ben Sloffer? Do you know who he is?
I don't know who that
He's
is.
like I heard he was playing against he was at the Revo practice this weekend playing. Maybe did you guys do like a 3-way with maybe a semi-pro team or a divisional team?
So what team does he play for?
That I don't know. I thought he played for that team that Marcelo coaches.
Dynasty?
Oh, HPV Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, and he's like
okay.
he's like a 16-year-old kid. Looks and he's pretty good on the snake side.
Yeah, he's good. Actually, they have a little 14-year-old boy named Colton.
Yeah, we know Colin.
Yeah.
He's nasty. Colton's gonna be nasty.
Dude, Colin's like, it took me to like 16 or 17 to get as good as him.
Yeah, and
Good.
both of those guys are BKI and Team USA kids.
The Team USA, what is that? Because I don't know honestly too much about it. What is that, bro?
So Team USA is a Nations Cup team. So out in Europe, they always did a Nations Cup. They tried to always exclude the United States from it because they were tired of losing to the United States. But so they did it biannually, and then they started doing a women's and under 16 or under 19, Nations Cup thing. And so Anthony Vitale has been really leveraging hard to get our USA squad to have a full representation out there. And then they always made Laurent runs it or ran it, and they would always make us jump through hoops like, oh, you have to have a federation, you have to have this, that, and the other thing. So Anthony actually created the American Paintball Federation, I believe is what it's called, or North American Paintball Federation. And
so what tournaments do they play though?
Well, they only play the Nations Cup in Europe, right? So they,
that's okay.
They have been practices.
They have a bunch of practices, and it's just a really cool, prestigious, honor to be on the USA team. And then obviously you go to one of the combines at the beginning of the year, and then you try out to be on the team. Same
So
thing
can I
with the
make
women's.
a team? Can I make a team Middle East or Team Pakistan or something?
Yeah, you can. There's some Iranians. There's an Iranian team that plays out there quite often.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened to that team? They were trying to get something going out in Dubai. Remember that Expo League?
So they were close, man, but it just fell apart. They were really close too, bro. The problem is on Dubai, bro. It costs like $100 a case. So like these dudes are like, yo, like, I mean, Dubai people have money, but it's still it's $100 is $100 no matter what country you're in.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So-
You don't
So
want
they
to.
were
You don't want to drive your Ferrari to the field and have to pay for 2 cases.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to.
That's I mean, there was actually going to be they were close. They almost had the country of Saudi Arabia to sponsor them, and they would have like a full ride. Like it was actually going to be really hooked up, but obviously, like they when Saudi Arabia they were going through some like restructuring, and ended up canceling a lot of money being put out, and that was part of it.
Right.
They were really close. They were about to get hooked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Jay Stu said they spent all the budget for real guns from the U.S. government. Yeah, the paintball budget went to the United States regardless. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I talked to Marcelo because he's pretty close with a lot of those U19 guys. He helps mentor a lot of them, and he was actually one of the first players to coach Colton out at Level Up, and Ben Sloffer's from the same squad, and they go to the summer camp as well.
You couldn't give him a better coach than Marcel. Seriously, you fed him to the lion.
It was just one of those things. We actually do a draft at the summer camp. You'd probably go in the top 10, I would think.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it would be like Ben, and then there's like Igor and Colton, and then you'd be right in there in the 5 or 10.
Yeah, I'd pick you up.
Well, thanks, Spick. You know what? I knew you were I don't care what Greenspan was saying about you before I got here. You're a nice guy. Okay?
Yeah, and actually, Brandon Trujillo, who plays on DMG, Christian Martinez, who plays on Ironman now, Austin Beatty, who plays on Aftermath. So there's actually a lot of the U19 players who are like semi-pro and pro. So yeah,
okay.
Unfortunately, your next stint would probably be on the over 40s.
Yeah.
Because with that beard and that hairline, I don't think you're passing for under 19.
Yo, Spicker, can you unplug Greenspan's wheelchair so he can't move later?
Don't let the battery charge.
Yo, is he got that? What's that thing that you put over your neck with the button on it?
Yes,
if you need
life
help,
alert.
just unplug. Yeah,
Life alert.
life alert. Take
Yeah.
that off him too, will you? So this way he's really screwed. Yo, when you press that life alert, does Tom Cole come around?
Yeah, Tom Cole rolls up. Tom Cole rolls up from the league.
Oh man.
Do you guys have any new sponsors this year?
So yeah, no, we actually switched. We left HK, went to Bunker King this year with GI. We're back with GI again. We got Rise jerseys. We've been playing the clips for like 15 years. Best shooting guns. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, Greenspan.
You guys have been a
Spicky,
team.
you know
You guys have been a team for 15 years.
Yes.
Damn.
Well, I mean, separate, like, different names, but yeah.
You guys are gonna be wearing the uprising pants or no?
What'd you say?
The uprising pants.
Yeah. No. What do they wear?
You know what?
The Knickerbockers.
Pants?
Yeah.
Yo, those pants.
The chimney
Those
cleaners.
Pants, so I'm not gonna lie.
Um,
we got Carbon. We got Carbon as well. Who else we got? We got Rise jerseys. We got the Virtue. You know those the Bunker King Lotus.
Yep. How did the field play for you guys? Is it crazy in the middle or what?
So, bro, to be honest, like we drilled Wednesday, and I was like, well, it's gonna be a kind of a crazy center. When we were playing over the weekend, like Revel was kind of trying to be very aggressive in the beginning because we were still trying to like pick up the field, and then once your shots start to get dialed in, as long as we were definitely shooting that snake side a bunch of times and the Dorito side too. Like, I mean, I think it's gonna play more pocket than anything else.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys thought.
Yeah, no, that was kind of something we were talking about before we had you on the phone. That in practice leading up, there's no refs, there's not as much pressure because you're not keeping track of, the points it would be a regular match. But so people are just running lawless everywhere, But
yeah, dude.
it definitely is gonna probably tighten up.
That's the one thing that's really aggravating is like you go and you shoot 120 cases on a guy that's run into a snake corner or something, or the snake, and then all of a sudden you get to the event and nobody runs there. You're like, all right, well, I just shot 120 cases of an idiot that was never going to go there that's been cheating me for 4 days straight. It's awesome.
right. Well, that's kind of what we had said too.
Yeah.
Right? We're shooting at this guy and they kept running out there and we're like, well, are we hitting him or not? And then finally we put it. He's like getting bounced every time. Like, okay, that's at least nice to see.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, like, I think it's going to play a little bit more pocket, and then people will start slowly breaking out. But, I think if you're going to take a bite, I think every team will probably have one runner going one way, whether it'll be the Dorito side or Snake side.
Yeah.
It's going to be whether they're going to go, or even,
We got a question from one of our viewers right now. What's your guys' one goal for your organization this year? Aside from making it to Sunday.
Well, my first goal to me to find Dynasty's pit area and take a piss in it,
Okay.
and then after that,
And then realize that you're sitting in the same pit the next point. Damn it!
no, honestly, we want to win a chip.
Yeah.
We got to win a tournament. I think we've got to have everything pretty much lined up. What we were looking for, a little bit more push and everything like that, and we've been really working hard. I mean, really putting a lot of work in. So I think this year has got to be the year. Especially last year, we thought we were going to have a good year. We actually had a decent Vegas, and the World Cup was a disaster for us. Some idiot team won it somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
So it was a small sample size, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say that you guys had a bad year last year, even though there were only 2 events.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I didn't think we had a bad year. Like, I think we did well in Vegas, and we were looking good, and all of a sudden, everything kind of got shut down. But honestly, I think we're going to have a really good year this year, as long as, everything goes straight for us. We really put some work in. So
Yeah, it's hard for teams really to dial in like what your guys' MO is too. You guys bring a different game to a diverse and dynamic game to every tournament. So, picking up on that can be difficult. Perfect example is that World Cup. 2 years ago, you guys beat the Russians, who the Russians looked by far early like they were going to win the tournament. And you guys came out and surprised them, and I think probably just made them rethink their whole game, and they, which who's to say, if it messed with them a little bit and kind of halted them up and changed them up because they're like, wow, maybe we are doing something wrong, So I think that's something you guys do well is being creative and not and changing the speed from playing like pocket or a fast game or whatever it is.
I mean, our downfall, bro, is always just like, we I don't want to be that team that just wins those awesome matches, but then can't produce on Sunday. Like, we gotta like whatever we do. We beat high profile teams. We beat X Factor a couple times. We beat Revel. We beat AC Dallas. We beat Russians. We just gotta figure out a way to just take all of that, right, and use it all the time, because we had those stints of it, but for some reason and the other two, to be honest, we haven't been able to keep the same roster since the beginning of for the past 5 years. We keep losing front players, picking up new ones, losing them, picking up new ones. It's so just going through the whole rotation of trying to find enough players plus our core guys. So and just once we figure out that right mesh, we're gonna be a problem. Like you guys, like Dynasty and Impact, you guys, Jesus Christ, you go, hey, Spick, you want to go on this one? I think Gomez not feeling too good. Oh, Gomez not feeling too good? Hey, Cornell, you want to come this one in? Oh, no? How about you? Grab a cup. You want to put that water down?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have that luxury where I go, I look at me, if I go down, next guy up is a guy in a wheelchair. I go, all right, well, I better get back in there.
Yeah. Yeah, consistency, obviously, too. Yeah, is something kind of like what you're talking about.
I mean, bro, any team. And honestly, we were watching tape on, a lot of good, the best teams in the world. If we can shoot people off the break in any tournament, like when Aftermath came in third, if you actually look at their statistics, 95% of the time they shot somebody off the break. 95. So that's how they won. We watched that. We actually were just talking about that recently. If you can shoot somebody off the break, especially at this layout, bro, points will be fast.
Yeah.
Very fast. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a really good point, and you think that a lot of fields is it's like that, right? If you can get it to 5-on-4 right off the break, you have a huge advantage no matter what. But on this field in particular, if you shoot that snake outside body,
oh yeah,
then you can move up the middle, clear out the guy that's in the middle, and then now you're playing a 4-on-3 or better, and you own the outsides, and that's really big.
Well, especially if you shoot that wide snake player, the second snake player behind him has to make a decision. He's going to have to sit there and try to earn a shot or run to the corner and try to save the game. Because if they get into that snake before you, you're in serious trouble.
And keep you trapped in one of those cans. Yeah.
Those cans are the cans of death.
Yeah,
you don't want to be there too long.
We were just talking about that, actually.
Yeah, those are definitely the cans of death. You can be there only for a little bit of time,
but if you make it out to that corner with 4 bodies alive and you're in that corner, it doesn't matter if all 3 of your guys on the Dorito side. That thing is so powerful.
Exactly. That corner is definitely really powerful. When you get into that corner, it locks down 30% of the field.
For sure.
So you get to that corner, it stops your whole snake side. Okay, that's it. You're done. You could have 2 guys in front of you. It doesn't matter. They both can't put you. You know what I mean? They're not both going to put you. As long as you don't paint it, that snake player's not going to try to crawl. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I think that corner's probably the best bunker on the entire field, to be honest.
Yeah. If you can make it out there, for sure. Absolutely.
I mean, guys like me can, Greenspan. Guys like you, I don't think so.
Yeah, not me. Yeah, not me. I'm not fast or small enough. That's for sure.
No, me.
Hey,
yeah,
I haven't really explained or introduced this one, but I've been meaning to tell you also, and I want to get your take on it. I'm pretty sure I already know that you're gonna have a really funny take on this. So
there we go.
So how you guys have a God bunker?
Yeah, the
Aztec God bunker. Always the bunker leading up to the snake. Do you guys have a God bunker?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, the PC police, who we now renamed Human Resources for Dynasty, which is Tyler and Marcelo, put their foot down.
PC police?
Yeah.
What is PC police?
Politically correct police. So,
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
We had to rename several of our bunkers and several of our calls because they weren't politically correct enough.
You did not give in to that.
Yes,
you did
we
not
had to.
give in to that.
We had to.
No. No.
So it is to Marcelo and Tyler's belief that what is holding paintball back, one of the things that is holding paintball back from the next step in us going mainstream and making the big bucks is the fact that we use terms like kill the god or kill this, and well, not even kill. He's not worried about the word kill. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't feel like that is the wrong nomenclature. It is the God bunker. He needed to get rid of the God bunker. If you guys listen to the Play the Game podcast, and there are some relevant points to this. However,
no, there's not. There's not any relevant points.
You know, he was in a 7-Eleven. The story is he and Tyler were at a 7-Eleven together, going grocery shopping,
Talking about paintball,
and they were saying something along the lines of, "Oh man, that God is really shootable, and if we can get out to this spot and shoot the God,
or we kill the God,
and then we can kill that God, we can make big moves over here."
Yeah.
Right. And so,
if you hear someone and you don't know paintball, someone say, "If we kill the God, we can make big moves."
God is more of a figurative term than it is an actual real tangible object or person. Right?
Yeah.
If I'm like, hey, if there was a Kyle bunker, I'm like, all right, man, hey, tomorrow we really got to shoot Kyle. That's a different story. But this is something that they and we have a bunker. Our center wall was usually the Great Wall of China. We had to change that because that was also politically incorrect. We have a Mexico call. Luckily, Arturo goes, I'm not Mexican. That doesn't bother me. We can keep that.
I am Mexican.
Yeah, I am Mexican.
Yeah.
So we had to change. We got rid of the God, which is really difficult because we've actually been using the God since we played in the woods back in the early 60s. And
1600s?
Yeah, in the 1600s. It took a lot of work, and we're still working on it. But we have now officially retired the God bunker.
So what is it now?
It's called the Money.
Okay, so here's what I want you to tell Marcelo and Tyler for me, okay?
Okay.
I want you to tell them that get out of the edible store, put down the green, okay? Put down the weed pen. Hell, put down whatever shit they're on, okay? And tell them to grow that sack of nuts, all right, and toughen up.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with it. I just wanted to squash it so that way they wouldn't complain about it more. So I said let's change it, but it was a lot more difficult.
No, this is the problem. You know what? You're in the cancel culture now, dude. You decided to give in and cancel it. Now,
yeah, I know. I gave him a really big foothold. I gave him a great foothold.
You did.
And now they're not going to stop.
Now. What's next?
They're going to start.
What's next? Greenspan can't wear hair gel,
right? Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
What's next after that? Marcelo, what? He can't. He actually has to shave his nuts because they're so hairy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how far does this go?
I don't quite get the last. I don't quite get the last metaphor.
I don't either. But I'm just throwing shit out there, hoping something stinks.
It seems like the sun is going down over where you guys are, and hopefully that's not a metaphor for your season. But we've got lights shining on us. Shoot me your address, though. Also, I need to send you one of my MVP stickers, so you can put it on. So you can put it on the back of that fancy car. You'll get a nice Spick Span sticker as well, and then I'll give you a signed player card as well. You can put this in.
I thought he has one of those already.
You probably actually.
You know what?
That's where they went. That was that was the address.
If I run out of toilet paper, I'll definitely use your card. No problem. I appreciate it.
Good. I actually do hope that you use this very.
You might get a paper cut.
Yeah, you're gonna for sure get a paper cut. Then you're really gonna remember me every day for the rest of your life.
I can't believe you gave in, dude. I'm still shocked by this. You called the China, you called the God. What's next, dude? Honestly.
I don't know.
What's next? Snake? Are you going to be a PETA activist? No more snake?
Yeah, I know. Check out Seaspiracy.
What? And then what's going to happen? You're going to change the Dorito side because some kid's fat? It's like, oh, you're going to call the Dorito side? Why? Because I'm fat? Like, where are we going to go with this, dude?
Don't talk about yourself like that.
I hope that whatever the Fat People Anonymous are, or whatever that organization is, comes back and cancels Dynasty. Okay?
Fat People Anonymous. All right. Well, thank you very much. If there's anything that you'd like to say from the dark room that you're in right now to everybody who's watching, you can go ahead and thank your sponsors or thank Dynasty for the years of clinics we've been giving you.
Well, number one, hey, if anybody can come out, we're going to be beating Dynasty's ass in about a couple weeks from now. We'd appreciate you coming out and giving. We're going to actually, you know what we're actually doing? All bullshit aside?
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a dunk tank, Greenspan and Spickle. Would you guys, it's going to be for, we're going to do a fundraiser, probably donate money. So we're going to, get a dunk tank, and we're going to get, Tom Cole. We're going to try to get him. whoever we can get, and the money's going to donate to somebody, to some company or, whatever charitable organization you guys want to, we decided the money will go towards.
Okay.
So,
well, yeah, figure out what that's for, and we're all about helping out.
Maybe we'll probably do like either the suicide awareness or we'll do the breast cancer one again. I think those are the two that are like really big. You know what I mean? The other one might be Ryan Greenspan's hair gel company. I know that's a big one. If we could somehow figure out to get you better hair gel, I have a great product. I'll send it to you. That would be cool.
Yeah.
No?
Let's get
Nothing?
it. Let's get it going. It looked like, I don't know if it's my computer, but our internet cut out here. So hopefully the show's still going on.
Can you get off the Boost Mobile, dude? Dynasty gets so much money. You guys even get great internet. What kind of crap is this?
We're gonna. You're stopping up our Wi-Fi right now, so we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye. But thank you very much for joining us.
Good talking to you.
Good talking to you. Can't wait to see
All
you,
right, boys. All right.
All right. Well,
Hopefully we're still on here.
yeah, I've got. I see that it is lagging a little bit. I think Camille's in the other room downloading some stuff
Off Napster.
off
again.
Napster right now. But yeah, that was Harrison Hussein from NYX. Had a couple of interesting points that he brought up, and yeah, it's sorry for the lag a little bit. We actually are running on a new router today. So, and it says that we have full signal here, but encoding overload. Yeah, try turning down video settings or using a faster encoding preset. I don't know what that means. Just yeah, does that make you guys feel old? The Napster comment.
People are Googling what Napster is.
Are they really?
No, I don't know.
Oh. So. So I guess Camille is not on the Wi-Fi right now. This is just a lag problem from our end. But yeah, what do you guys feel about that changing the? You set it up on a 5 gigahertz or 2.4.
Move this light back here.
I don't know what that means. So anyway, what do you guys feel about, or how do you guys feel about changing the God Bunker? Do you guys think that's a relevant topic? Do you think that that's something that should be changed? Do you guys feel that that is a concern, right? That specific names to be more politically correct when you guys are talking about paintball. Do you think? I don't know. That's an interesting take on.
I can jump on that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, especially as far as talking about it, when people don't know what paintball is, then it becomes a little bit more of an issue like that.
Yeah.
And I'm aware enough that if I'm in a restaurant talking to you, I'm not gonna be like obnoxious and say like we need to kill like loud, but I could see how that people might misportray what that
and he used an example from like online gaming. I've never watched anybody playing online gaming. I think maybe some of the guys here that are watching right now, maybe you guys can help me answer this. But when you're watching like a team playing Call of Duty and they're saying, hey, kill, like, do they name off specific spots on the field? Have you watched any on the online?
Well, I know from playing that game, there are two phrases and they're not kill. Like basically when you shoot someone, there's the first time they're like down and it's basically like they're knocked out. They need to get like revived. It's called knocking them. And then
so I knocked him?
Yeah, and then if you kill him, it's I thirsted that guy.
Oh, that's what you guys are saying. That's the terminology.
Yeah.
So that's important though. That's something that I think that video game, like the whatever Activision, or whoever produces Call of Duty, and when they started doing that, they made sure that their representatives that were playing the game, the online gamers, were using this terminology because I think that that's an important aspect of that, right? Because I don't watch it enough and I don't know, but I would only assume that. Do you guys use calls like, "Hey, he's in the back right"?
Yeah,
I mean, I know you guys. I heard you say that, like, or like he's in that back right building.
Yeah.
Do you guys name anything? Like, would you guys name the God Bunker? You know, like he's in the God.
Well, you're playing over like a city. It would be like it's like all of San Diego. So it's like you're like upper left window, or upper right window.
Okay.
He's in the door. He's upstairs. He's in the bathroom or whatever. It's like, but you do, there are a lot of, and I'm sure it's different for every, especially professional video game teams.
Yeah, well, I mean that was our example, right? Because they're playing with guns, obviously on a digital platform, but they're playing with guns. They're doing the same sort of thing. Is this still really laggy? No, I think we're all right. How does my hands look?
Seems like it's okay.
That'll be the test right there. So it's a little laggy, right?
I just turned my Wi-Fi off on my computer.
It's that one right there.
The bottom one?
Yeah.
Oh, with the capital M?
The capital M.
It is a little laggy. So
Okay.
On my phone.
That's something I think I can change in the back end settings, but I don't want to mess with something right now. But yeah, I think that it's important to talk about that. Yeah, gun is an important thing. I try to use marker or gun. It's natural to say it's a gun. Obviously, if I'm talking to somebody who's official or if it's like customs in Australia, I'm like, no, this is a marker. It's a paint marker.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's a gun. It has a trigger. It propels something out of the a projectile. Ammunition fires out of the chamber. But it's important to kind of differentiate that slightly, and I think that the terminology "kill" is the problem rather than the actual bunker name.
Sure.
Because kill the money, we still kill this, kill that, kill him, kill Kyle out of the snake.
I agree.
So I think that that's an important terminology that you can get rid of, because if we're just like, hey, we eliminated, we need to shoot, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just come up with some different terminology, like I downed, is that what he says?
Well, yeah, you say that too. I downed that guy. You say downed or knocked.
When you're talking to Mouse on the thing and Nick Laval playing video games, you're not like, oh, there's that guy. All right, I got him. Or I shot him.
Yeah, you say that, but like, then there's two steps to it, because like if you're like, he's down. I got him. And then he comes back alive and shoots someone. You're like, you downed him or you thirsted him.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't say like I thirsted him or you finished him or whatever terminology, then that could be. But the common one, I don't know if it's. I know a lot of you guys probably play Call of Duty Warzone as well. I don't know what you use, but thirst is a really common word used if you finish him off.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to throw in some better terminology and some better names as far as it's just changing up kill. I think kill is the problem. Kill and shoot. Like we need to shoot this guy. We need to get him. We need to get the god.
Yeah, I hear a lot of teams that use like what's a common one, like Tiger,
or
Weasel.
Shock, Tiger, Shock, Weasel. Yeah. Shock the god.
Yeah.
Weasel god.
There's a full dictionary full of words. It's not that.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think.
That's true.
I think that there is not. I mean, you remember this. I made a lot of the codes for us on Golden State Kings, and there was a lot of words that I spent a long time seeing how the how it would flow out, how the word gets across the field, and constantly when we're coaching teams, we're like this. How are you guys saying this word? Do you see it here? Like how jumbled, how difficult it is to say. Like I think some of the ones we were using were like kiwi. Pie is loud. Tiger is a great one.
Tiger's
super
a great
loud.
word. Yeah, we use Tiger. Infamous uses Tiger.
I like we don't use it on Impact, but I really like the word Charlie because it's loud. Like you
Charlie
can get
the
Charlie,
God, Charlie the God.
Yeah, or like if a middle bunker you want to call it Charlie.
Charlie 1, Charlie 2. Yeah, I think that's a great elimination call as well.
Yeah.
And again, I don't feel that the names of the bunkers are the issue. I think because we're still saying kill something.
Yeah.
Or G the God, and we need to shoot the guy here.
Yeah.
We need to Charlie. We need to figure out a way to Charlie the God. We need to figure out the way to Charlie the money. Charlie this. So yeah, I think that was the solution rather than changing the God bunker. But I think that there was a motive to try to influence and change what is old into something that is new. Plus, we're dealing with the snowflake generation, which everything is offensive to some of these kids these days.
Yeah, go back and watch the Dave Chappelle show, and then I wonder if this.
Yeah, and then worry about whether or not we're in the wrong here.
That's funny. I was at Lamb's house the other day and watching it, and I was like, man, I wonder how old the show is. The show's 20 years old now.
Yeah, Chappelle show.
That's crazy how long that's been.
Oh, yeah, wow. Michael Cruz, thanks for pointing that out. Someone gave the channel a thumbs down. What a bummer.
Wow.
Speaking of which, we're just about at the halfway between the viewers and the likes. So I'm going to spin the wheel here in a second. We're going to give away one Spick and Span shirt. I've omitted, just just so everybody knows, I've taken off, just for this spin only, I've taken off everybody who is already a super mega support status member, because you guys already got one of these shirts. I want to extend the opportunity to win a Spick and Span shirt to one of the other members on the thanks for the support and the discounted merch perk status. So we're going to be giving away one of those. I'm going to give away an MVP shirt. I'll put everybody's name on there for that one and spin. And then also we got one more signed sticker pack. Then at the end of the month for this month's big grand prize winner, actually next week, I'm going to give away an HK pack. HK gave us one extra pack. Don't tell them I'm giving it away. They're going to get mad, but whatever. We'll give away one of those. And then at the end of the month, I'm going to give away a full deck of signed Dynasty player cards. I'm collecting them right now. It was really hard for Marcelo to part with a bunch of these things, even though we've got several hundred of them. I was like, can I just get a couple more? He's like, ugh. So these are going to be very valuable if him giving me some of them already was as difficult as it was. These are going to be tough to grab. So
big shout out to also both the shirts that you guys see us wearing. You know, like we said, Island Designs.
Yeah. Shout out to James at Island Designs. So we're also going to be having these things printed and you guys can order them as well. I know a lot of you guys are super stoked on the shirts. We're stoked on them. They came out great. The Spick and Span shirt goes up there, helps pay for the internet, the Wi-Fi, which we may have to boost up a little bit more here. Or I need to figure out how this router works because look at all the little dongles coming out.
I know, I see it.
I know.
Looks like a drone.
It looks like a drone. It might actually fly as well. Yeah, so thank you, Steve Frazier, for the new Wi-Fi router. But I think I might need to change some settings and dial some things, turn some knobs and whatnot. Yeah. New coach. Do you know who it is?
No.
No?
No.
We actually have picked up Skinny Kevin.
Really?
To coach us. Yeah,
nice.
Kevin Brettauer, who used to be his original Dynasty member, original Iron Kids member. So shout out to the Iron Kids. HORMESIS just dropped an Iron Kids line.
Ironman coach.
He was an Ironman coach.
Did he coach Damage?
Coach.
Yeah, Damage.
He coached Dynasty for, I think, a season. So he's got a lot under his belt.
And smart guy.
And he's a really smart guy. He understands the game. And what he does differently than Rusty, so Rusty's really good at quantitative and metrics and dialing in, like, here are the stats, right? These guys do this, and he's incredibly organized. Not that Kevin is not. But what Kevin brings to the table that's slightly different than what Rusty has is he's more highly critical or more vocal about when you make a mistake.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Rusty's not gonna like eat your lunch for it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's almost like Rusty with a dash of Mike Hinman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where Mike Hinman will point out if you make a mistake, it's like, he's a little more harsh than Skinny Kevin. But Kevin will make sure that you know that you need something to work on and fix up. Rusty will pull you aside and won't make it a public display.
Yeah.
But Rusty gives you more opportunities to fix the problem in real time.
Yeah.
Rather than Kevin's like, all right, you need to take a point off.
Yeah.
You're playing like
shit. Even Dave, after the other weekend we did like the warm up, he called me on Monday. He's like, hey, can I give you a little criticism? I'm like, please, yeah, I like it. Like, I want to hear. Like, I don't think that I'm doing everything perfect. It's like, need you to be a little more aggressive. I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So we're really excited. He couldn't make it out to this week's practice because he already had plans.
Yeah.
And I called him on Wednesday, and he was like, well,
hockey game.
Yeah, he
baseball game.
Yeah, he had to go to baseball. He loves sports. He actually had to go. He was going to Cabo. But I called him on Wednesday. He's like, well, I don't know if I can make it this weekend. I have a plan. I'm like, dude, you go on your trip. I totally understand. But we're flying you up to practice next weekend.
Nice.
And then we're getting you a ticket to Florida. He's like, all right, cool. I'm super stoked. I'm on board for all the events and all that. So, so hopefully, Skinny Kevin might ruffle a few feathers. I'm interested to see how Human Resources deals with Kevin's how blatant, and forward Kevin is.
Yeah.
I think some of the snowflakes on our team might have a little bit of a problem with
ruffled
feathers with him. So I'm excited to see that. Also, we need to figure out. You guys need to help us as well. After the event, so the first week back from Florida, we need to figure out what we're gonna eat for Eating Terrible Things challenge. I know. So please, everybody who's watching, try to come up with some ideas. Come up with some ideas on what we should eat out there for our next one.
It's so funny that Even Loyal Blue Fox wrote, I just noticed that the PC police are mentioned in the description. YouTube tried to block that. It was
really?
like, well, yeah, it said, do you want to approve this comment? That's how it gets ridiculous these days. But I approved it. But sometimes a lot of your guys' comments come through and we have to approve them, and they're not even bad. Like, that's not bad at all. But it's, you know, it says maybe PC police is, you know.
I sent you a Venmo the other day.
Yeah.
And I tried to write Spick and Span, and it wouldn't allow me to write
Really?
Spick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I can kind of understand that one, but not. But if it's like, it needs to understand the relevance.
Yeah.
Or the you know, like Spick and Span is a product, cleaning product also.
Ghost Sports made a little bit of a reference to when I did the.
Oh really?
Oh, my name was.
Oh yeah,
spelled.
they spelled your name wrong. Also. Yeah, change God to PC. Maybe we will go over something about codes next week, because I see a couple of you guys mentioning a few things in here about what types of names we can change them to, and I think that that's an important aspect is how we develop codes and how they should sound. So we'll devote a little bit of time next week to discuss that in particular. So, without further ado, I want to spin the wheel. I'm going to spin it first. Should I go sticker pack first or sticker pack last? Shirt first? Do we go grand prize off the break, or do we go grand prize last? What do you guys think? Do we want to go shirt first? Type in shirt if you guys want us to give away the shirt first right now. And then if you want us to give a sticker pack away, we're about to spin this wheel. Anybody got a insight on that one? So
the new coach is Skinny Kevin. Yeah. Mario asks. Skinny
Mario. Kevin. Yeah, Kevin Brettauer. Kevin Brettauer is his name. So I've got full screen here. Shuffle her up. What is everybody saying? Do we want shirt?
A little mix.
Shirt, sticker, sticker. What do you think we should do? Shirt or sticker?
I think stickers first.
Okay. This is for a sticker pack consisting of a Spick and Span Show sticker, a MVP sticker, a couple HK stickers, some carbon stickers, and there's one other. Oh, and you'll get a player card. You'll get a player card also, signed. So let's jump over to the wheel. Let's give it one of these real quick. And we got action. Okay, this is the sticker pack, everybody. To Mr. Garrett Mast. Garrett, congratulations, and also welcome. I believe you signed up just the other week. Maybe last week. I think he's a new member. Wow. Congrats to Garrett for winning the sticker pack. Now, we're going to go back here. Actually, stay on this one. Oh, nope. We're going to go to the other one. Wheel here. I think this one has... Yeah. We're going to go to here, and we're going to give away... This is for a Spick and Span shirt. Hold on. We haven't done an air horn. There we go. We need to get an air horn going right there.
It was loud, really loud before, also because the sound from the computer here was playing it, and then it was going right into this.
No. I think I had it set up incorrectly. Oh. Then I changed it to... Because I think it was... This mic was picking up the original air horn, and so it was kind of like perfect. And then I realized some people were like, it wasn't loud enough. So then I turned it up on here and made it so, and then I realized, and next thing you know, it was blowing people's eardrums out. So, shout out to blowing people's eardrums out. Okay, back over to the wheel. This one is for a Spick and Span shirt. Signed, sealed, delivered. Here we go. Oh, I'm going with Curtis. Angela Castillo. Okay, Angela, this is really important.
Fort Keys said next event, food bet, Ryan versus Kyle. I think we're going to have to keep the tradition strong.
What's the food bet? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Done.
And we can have it as a... We can have it as like a separate thing maybe? I don't know, that's just rough. Like we both have to eat something, but then one person has to eat an extra thing.
Okay. Well, we got to figure out what we might be eating first.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we got to dial that in. So we need to get some of your guys' info. We still have time to be able to do that blindfold challenge.
Oh yeah.
And that'd be pretty funny to make. So you watch, and you either get to say, all right, I'm gonna pick the first 4 items, and then you have to eat the other 4. So we'll roll dice.
Yeah.
6 items, right?
Yeah.
So each of us have to eat 3 things. We'll number them. I've got a good idea. I think that this might be it. And we roll a dice, and you can choose. All right, you have to eat it, or I have to eat it.
Yeah.
You have to eat it, or I have to eat it. And the next thing you know, there might be 3. There's like 2 okay things, 2 kind of bad things, and 2 really bad things.
I like that.
Okay, we've got it. That one's gonna be really good. Taylor White, we are for sure 100% not eating horse penis. Full on fear factor.
The XL pizza challenge scares me also, just because I know Scott did it, and he was extreme vomiting, like bloody nose, throwing up blood. That's like him and Brandon Shore did it.
Like an eating challenge is like just eating too much. You guys aren't gonna get any. You're not gonna the enjoyment of you watching us suffer isn't gonna come while you're watching it, because we're like, oh, this is good pizza, yum yum yum. It's gonna come like in the 24 hours to 48 hours thereafter, which you're not gonna enjoy. You want something that's instant gratification of us suffering.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Like that's that's something that you want to take into consideration.
Did you guys also anyone that's going to be playing a tournament on this field or going to the XL, did you guys have any last short little questions about the layout at all that you wanted to know? I know you guys were asking a few questions, but if there's anything specific about the field layout that you want to know. Otherwise, if you guys haven't played it yet, maybe after Monday of next weekend show, we can go over it as well. But I was thinking if we would both play out of our minds at the tournament if we put the peanut brittle back on the table for the loser. I don't want to do that.
What's wrong with you?
I'm just thinking I would probably play out of my mind because I would not want to do that.
So you think you're gonna play?
Oh, imagine if that was on the wager.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If that were the thing, we might play better because we don't want to eat it. Okay.
That was a joke.
Oh.
We're not going to do the peanut brittle again.
Okay, we're not. Yeah, we're not going to do that.
I'm pretty sure my stomach just recovered like a week ago.
I can't do I can't do that one. But look at this. So banana ball. F Nord said banana ball. Eat some of that. If you can get your hands on some banana ball, that'd be fantastic. But I think it's the last pod may have been shot the other weekend. Mini Mike had a pod of banana ball. Out there at the field playing at velocity. Said it shot great. Apparently,
we could. Someone says the 1 chip challenge, but we could also do like the spicy wing challenge kind of, and like try to talk or.
Oh, or like that. What's that show?
Yeah.
The one
they have a celebrity.
Yeah. Maybe we eat hot wings while we're doing it.
Or this is really good. Actually, I think I might have just found it. So the winner of our personal bet, the person that wins doesn't have to eat the hot wings, but they get to ask the person the questions while the other person eats the really hot whatever it is.
Okay.
That could be good.
Real quick, I'm gonna let Kyle answer the Jose's question on what the thought process on the ladder snake on this layout. We talked a little bit about it, but and then the top five spots.
So, I actually love this layout. I think that I really flourish in a snake side like this, where you are battling straight up with the guy right in front of you. And if you get the reward of the player not being on the tape and you can go all the way down, that's like, I'm licking my chops. I love that. So that's one of my favorite things about it. That does bring up a good point that I was going to tell you guys too, for anybody that's playing the snake on this layout. Something so vital that you guys should already be doing as you're running to these spots is trying to get eyes on where the other players are going as you're diving. So if you're running to the snake off the break, it is so important because the way the entry to the snake is. And I have a video on BKI about this, controlling your body on the dive, how to not overslide, or if you're undersliding, how to pull yourself into your spot. So this layout is huge. If Ryan's running out and I'm running off the break, I'm looking to see if Ryan's going to the corner so that I can stop myself on the slide all the way into the snake one and pull my body back up and curl it up into like a ball right in that snake one. Now maybe if Ryan's not there, I know that I can go right around. But I'm not going to risk it to try to go past the right around the snake one. If you're going out to the corner, and you're just going to shoot me on the tape. So it's huge, and you guys are only going to be able to do that if you take a look and see if there's a guy sliding in the corner right before you're diving as well. So that is a big thing, and because the entry into the snake is difficult.
Yeah, and getting around that first snake one knuckle.
Yeah,
super
with the
tough.
can.
With the can on the back center can just kind of drop it in there. So we actually made that mistake a bunch as we slid into that snake one and either overslid it slightly or just tried to go straight around and got clipped in the top of the pack.
Yes.
So that's something really, really important, big to take into consideration is when you're coming around that spot. That's something you want to look into. My top 5 spots were kind of 2 in the back center. And then and then the 2 wide bodies would be depending on where you put the 2, right? So if you have 2 in the back center, that means you have to put 1 on one side and 2 on the other.
Yeah.
At that point. So it would either be 2 on the Dorito side, which would be the tall cake, and the Dorito 1.
Yep.
And then on that snake side, it would be either the can or that money bunker, the God bunker. The God bunker, I think, is going to be tough to, it's going to be tough to make it to those 2 spots. It's going to be increasingly more difficult, especially if you're playing against somebody really tall in the back center.
Sure.
If you're playing against Kyle and I, we still have a chance of shooting you, but you have a higher likelihood of making it to that God bunker versus when you're playing against Nick Laval, Nick Sloviak, Yosh Rao, any of the really tall players, or any of the Mars brothers. They're going to be able to shoot you at the landing zone.
Yes.
And then if you're going to put the 1 body on the Dorito side and the 2 on the snake side, I would still stretch out to Dorito 1.
Yeah.
Still stretch out to Dorito 1, then go one of those outside spots, and then that California, the can.
Yeah.
Those are my 5 spots.
And something we've talked about on here before too a lot with divisional teams, and if you guys remember us saying this, and Rusty touches on this a lot, is that your guys' speed is incremental compared to our speed. Like it's very similar, but your division's shots on the break are nowhere near as good as our shots.
Yeah.
So using that, you will be highly rewarded if you just risk that snake corner, especially. Like you guys should be trying to get there every time and test the other team's guns. Like if you can get out to that corner, it's huge.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean that would, if you can make it there, that's like a
home run.
You go every game.
Yeah, absolutely. You take it till they take it away from you.
Yeah.
For sure. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. So if you guys haven't already sent us your addresses, if you guys are members, make sure that we have that, especially Angela Castillo, Eric Goff, and Mike. I think it's Mike Liu. Mike Liu. We need those addresses. And then before I spin the wheel, I want to say finally, this is a big milestone for the Spick and Span show. We finally hit 110 members.
There we go.
We're holding steady. We hit 110 right around the end of last week, and we're still holding steady. So we totally appreciate your guys' support.
Oh yeah, guys.
We're incredibly excited about that. And before we spin this wheel, we want to just give you guys a huge thank you.
Yeah.
And we are going to hit a very special air horn, obviously. And before we spin this wheel with everybody on it, this is for an MVP shirt. You guys will just send me your address and the shirt size that you wear, and I'll sign it and ship it out to you guys. But if you guys have any comments throughout the week, anything comes to your mind that you'd like to ask us specifically, have a featured question on next week's show. If there's something that you guys think we should eat, throw your hat in the ring. I know Fort Key and Mr. Pike, you guys are really, really vocal with what we should eat. But everybody else, if you have some ideas for us or anything, topics, anything you want discussed, any new emojis that you guys want, any new cool sounds, or anything along those lines, shoot us a message directly and we'll get that incorporated into the next show.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here doing it if it wasn't for you guys.
Yeah.
If we were getting 2 viewers a week, we'd probably cut it a long time ago. But no, because of you guys, and even we love that you guys all are starting to know each other. Maybe you've never even met each other in real life, but you're starting to know these personalities, and people were like, Jay Stu and Steve and Steve Segovia and Steve Frazier, like Mario, you guys are all like there's a lot of names out there that honorable mentions, but you guys are part of this whole thing that we've created, and we are really thankful of it because it's a two-way street for this show, and we're here to answer your guys' questions.
Yeah.
So.
And I remember at the combine, one of them was like, "Wait, is that the Dizon guy?"
Yeah.
No, Steve Frazier was like, "That's the Dizon guy. He's on the show all the time."
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, building bonds, playing paintball, having fun, talking about paintball, eating terrible things, and giving stuff away. That's what. What we're all about.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're gonna jump over to the wheel. I'm gonna spin the wheel. This has got everybody's names on it, and this will be for an MVP shirt. And we'll continue to give away some cool stuff moving forward.
And if you guys ever even have a question that you want to ask, but maybe you're just too shy to ask it, you can always send it to us personally, and we'll just let us know. Can you keep this question anonymous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll go over the question.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, just like a clinic, and there's no bad questions.
Yeah,
that's for sure. All right, guys, best of luck for. I'm clicking the wrong screen. Here we go. Spinning. You throw out a guess. What do you think? I'm thinking Craig Smooth. Dizon. Dizon.
There we go.
Hell yeah. Woo! Dizon, baby.
Yeah, there we go.
Hell yeah. I thought it was going to keep going all the way up to Craig Smooth. Craig Smooth.
Yeah.
Congrats to Dizon. I got your address already.
Yep.
You already know I got your address,
He's
Dizon.
going to be stoked on that.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, make sure you guys tune in next week. Same time, same place, Mondays. Kyle and I are practicing against each other. We're going to get Dave Baines on. We'll get Dave and Dave and Alex on.
Yeah.
Those two are really funny. They complement each other really extremely well. They've known each other for 20-plus years.
Maybe Alex can ask if I can assistant coach Skinny now with you guys while playing. So.
Yep. And that's a big thing. If for some reason Skinny gets injured, maybe twists his ankle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His mask falls off. His mask falls on the sideline.
Yeah. So maybe we need a coach.
Yeah.
Right. So we're still gonna push that.
Slips on Harris's pee in the pit or something.
Because Harris peed in the pit. Yeah. He slipped on it, or he just realizes how difficult it is to coach Dynasty.
Or he gets sunburn.
He gets sunburn. He's very prone to getting sunburns. Well, he might have a nice base after Cabo.
Yeah.
But regardless.
That's the worst place for him to go.
He's the White Walker going to Cabo, that's for sure.
Really funny story, actually, before we head off here. We went to Alex Frazier's bachelor party in South Lake Tahoe during the summer. It was extremely hot. We're way closer to the sun, high elevation. And Skinny Kevin's like, I need sunblock. Does anybody have sunblock? And Blake's like, hey, watch this. Blake keeps all his toiletries, everything in ambiguous bottles instead of
nondescript, non-labeled.
He buys it and then puts it in something for whatever reason. But he had what it looked like really nice can of sunblock, but it was actually his toothpaste. And so Skinny starts wiping it all over his face, and his face is on fire.
He's like, it smells like this.
What is it? It's minty. What is this? My face is burning. That was pretty good joke on Blake's part.
That was good. I would never thought that of Blake. But yeah, that is funny. You put it like in a little tin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just rubs his toothbrush in it every day.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget, guys, buy some Dogecoin.
Yeah, we need it. It went down while we were on the show today.
Yeah, I know. We need to boost it. Tomorrow's official Dogecoin day. I don't know. Dalton sent us a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's supposed to buy $100 worth of Dogecoin and
bump it up. It's for the people, like the show.
Yeah, for the people. We made $25 on today's show. So we'll bump all that $25 into Dogecoin tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if it shoots to the moon like it is, we'll buy some more lights.
Yeah.
We'll buy a new microphone. We'll get rid of this backdrop.
Yeah.
I think with now the new Wi-Fi router, we can go into the back. Maybe we'll just pay the Wi-Fi bill.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen. But let's go. I wish everybody the best of luck. Please trade responsibly. See you guys.
Look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. I cannot breathe, I can't see, I can't look in between. vorrei vedere